What's up, y'all? Welcome to the channel. If this is your first time, hey, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Just keep notified of the content that we actually post. Let's jump and get into this one. Imagine you decide that you're going to marry a man or a woman, whatever sex you are, right? And you decide you're going to marry, the other spouse. And then, something goes off, something is off. I don't know. Maybe your senses are telling you don't do it. And you decide, you know what? I don't think I should do this. So you decide to call the wedding off. Well, you call the wedding off and they sue you.
I thought that the relationship was secure because I had brought stability and normalcy to the relationship.
I just don't understand how you all.
So I want to say that even though our relationship overall was really great, and he may not have done this on purpose, there were times where he reminded me of what he had done for me. Maybe even if it was unintentional, I was constantly reminded of the money that he spent on me.
Well, at first, you're
So let me just stop right there and say this, that I think that's like goes both ways. You know what I mean? Like, it's something that both men and women do. Especially if you get into a spot where you start to argue and you're starting to compare things. I think that's more of like a human thing. No. Is it prevalent among men? It probably is, and it probably is for this is why I believe it is. I believe it's prevalent among men because men are taught to lead with money. And so because they're taught that you need to have the money for the woman, then of course it makes sense as to, why they're always leading that way.
I know that it's up to the bride's side of the family to pay for it, but I didn't mind her paying for the wedding. I felt the way because I'm not a 50-50 man. I do.
Oh, whoa. Let me not jump past that. Well, I will say this. I am a 50-50 man.
Take lives. What do you mean by that?
I don't mind going 50-50. If I can get 50% of my money to save so that I can, put it in an investment and I can kind of start to turn some money over, I don't mind that. You know what I mean? So, because most of the times you get a woman, she's going to spend. She's not really thinking of investing most of the times. I'm not saying you don't have, other women out there. And even if they invest, they're going to invest in what they want going on. So I don't mind investing mine, so because eventually, hey, it's going to benefit the household anyway. So that's why I look at that. But I know the 50-50 thing is really, really tough with people. I have no egos with the 50-50 thing.
Even paying for everything, and I do pay for mostly everything. But when it came down to the wedding, she just insisted as an honor.
Nice gesture.
A nice gesture.
I think she was saying that you've done so much for her and that your family has done a lot, and this is something she wanted to do.
I like that. Okay, so they pay for the wedding. You know what? I'm just discovering that the brides pay for the wedding. I always thought that the groom paid for the wedding. I always thought that you as the man, you want to get married to this woman, so you pay for the actual wedding. And I didn't know that, that's interesting. That I'm learning this as an adult. As an adult, I'm kind of learning this because this is the first time I'm hearing that, and it's the first time it's kind of registering that, hey, okay, so it's the woman that pays for the wedding. It's not the man. That is actually shocking to me. You learn something every day, I swear.
And why are you suing him?
Your Honor, to be honest, outside of the $15,000 bill that I was left with, I've had to go to the doctor for emotional distress. A few weeks before our wedding, I got a job offer to actually move to Seattle because they have some data analytics with companies that they wanted me, to be a part of. And when I mentioned it to him, he was very, uncomfortable, standoffish, which made sense.
Did you expect him to move to Seattle?
All right, so why this is important is because they're actually from the South. To what I get of the actual clip in itself, they're from the South. So to move from, and I think they're probably from Mississippi, to move from Mississippi or Alabama to Seattle is a long move. That's a harsh move as well. That's not like a move you just get up and say, hey, I'm going to move to here unless it's really going to change your life. The job she have is a data analytics job. What is that actually? Hold on. Data analytics. How much does data analytics make? So basically, as a data analytics person, you're making just about what, $82,000 per year. So remember, he's supposed to be an affluent guy, by the way, because she kind of stated this in the beginning of the video. You may not have seen that, but he's an affluent guy. In other words, his parents have money. So she's moving to Seattle to make $80,000, right? And she's asking him to go with her for the $80,000. Even though he's pretty stable, he's had the monies, he's been the one spending. Ladies, would you, I don't know, would you be doing this if you had a guy who was very affluent? Let me ask the ladies that. And men, would you be moving with a woman even if you know that you've been making way more than that she makes? Because that's what's going on.
I mean,
You wanted him to consider this job offer and wanted him to consider moving.
yes.
Right.
Just to consider it.
Just consider it.
He
All
was
right, so
uncomfortable.
what was going on, Jordan?
Hold on. So just to consider it, okay, what does that mean? Like, you know, so I just say, hey, I considered it. Okay, I don't want to go. I don't know. I don't know what she's expecting. When she says that, maybe I want to ask the audience that, you know what I mean? Like y'all out there. Maybe I want to ask y'all. When she says, you know, she just wants him to consider it. All right, so I've considered it and I don't want to go. Does that count? Or is that going to be like, no, you haven't considered it? I'm just asking.
You're thinking about this.
My biggest problem is Keisha will sit up there and say, because things are stable, because things are normal, that we're not being spontaneous enough. There isn't enough life in the relationship from time to time. Even though I pay for vacations, we go to Savannah, we go to other beaches, we go everywhere around the world. And
Those are all prompted by me.
yes, but they're paid
What did you
for
say?
by
What
me.
did you say?
Like, I'm the reason why we do those things. If it was up to Jordan, we would sit at home and play Scrabble. He can have this ring back. I want my
Hold on. So let me get this right. So she's complaining because, okay, so he pays for most of the things. She's saying he's boring. In a nutshell, she's trying to say that the guy is very boring. And so now she's upset about that, even though she went on all of these trips and the trips cost money and she went to the trips nonetheless. But she's complaining that the guy would prefer to play what, Scrabble?
He can have this ring back. I want my $15,000 back.
For what?
Because he pretty much left me at the altar 2 weeks before our wedding, right after I came home from my Vegas bachelorette trip. Had a good time, didn't do nothing too wild in Vegas. I get home.
Hold on. So he left her at the altar. Pretty much he left her at the altar. So in other words, she's suing him because basically he's saying, hey, I don't want to get married to her. It has to be something. Ain't no way. There must be a reason why he just doesn't want to marry her like that. Is the cat that bad?
Maybe it was that the field I was playing on was just too big.
Is it a cat? Is it someone else? Her toes? I don't know what it is. It must be something though. It must be something. What do y'all think it is?
And I go to open my fridge, grab me a snack, and there's a note that I brought it here. There's a note that he left on the refrigerator. And Your Honor, the note said goodbye forever.
Ooh, not just
Hold on. So this is the note. This is the note. Goodbye forever. And it shows a little beach. So she sees that she gets to walk off. She sees that she gets to ride off in the sunset, basically. That's what he's telling her. Hey, you know what I mean? Just go dive off in the ocean. But that's about it.
bye, but goodbye forever.
Yes.
Come on, talk to me.
Well, it was one of those things, ma'am, where before the information that I brought to the court for today, before this information was divulged onto me, everything was fine. Everything was normal. And Keisha wanted her bachelorette party a little bit earlier than the wedding, and so earlier than mine. And so I said, go ahead, go to Vegas, have a great time, pay for everything yet again. And it's just one of those things where
You paid for the bachelorette party too?
of course I did. She paid for the wedding. It was only fair.
He didn't pay for everything. My homegirl paid for some of it.
Come on. Hold on. Don't do that. Don't do that to him. Regardless, if your homegirl probably pay $100 or $200, what were you gonna do? Call that? If he said he paid for it and you can't refute it, see, I can tell right there that the guy paid for basically all of that trip. Why? Because if her homegirl had paid for basically some of it like she's talking about and it was very, very significant, she would have named it. I'm telling you, anybody would have named it. Even if it was a guy, he would have named it.
Certain things happen in the household and it's unrepairable. And it's unrepairable because of the fight that happens
Yeah.
afterwards. And
No.
yes, Your
So
Honor.
what happened?
To be honest, Your Honor,
That's what I'd like to know.
I found out that through a mutual friend of ours, Keisha had an affair with my friend Tay.
Here I come. Oh, here I come.
And that's why we're here today.
Whoa.
Never seen smoke without fire. I knew it was something. I knew it had to be something. I knew it had to be. There's just no way the guy's gonna just leave her just like that without it being a reason. So in case y'all didn't catch that, he's leaving her because she slept with his friend. And it seems like it's a best friend. In some way, somehow he found out.
So, Your Honor, he came to me as a friend and just confessed this, and I had to make a decision. I was mad at him at first, I admit, but at the same
So the friend came to him and confessed about what had happened. So the friend basically, so there's something going on with him. Either, Something tells me he has a lot of money and he may not just be packing the size. I don't know if this is what it is, but maybe he has a lot of money. He's not packing the size. And so she may be looking for those other things outside, because ain't no way she'd be sleeping with his friend like this. That's like a whole flag. That's like a whole red flag right off of the cuff. But nonetheless. So she sleeps with his friend. All right.
Time though, in the situation, I have to look at it, my best friend who I grew up with, or this person who I've been putting all these resources into.
I'm the one who feels most of the critiquing, actually.
No,
You're going to be critiqued. What do you expect not to be critiqued? No, hold on. Let me ask this. You're about to get married. And your best friend, whether you're male or female, your best friend sleeps with your spouse, then tells you, I know you're probably going to get rid of the spouse, but my question is, do you get rid of the friend? That is the question I got. Because I don't know if I could still be friends with my friend, because I'm like, the chance of you doing it again is kind of high. Why not come to me before and let me know what's going on? So I'm kind of suspect of the friend. Should I be suspect of the friend? I'm asking y'all out there.
Wait. I don't want to hear about critiquing. I don't want to hear any of this. Did you sleep with Tay? Did you sleep with Tay?
Your Honor.
Did you? No, Your Honor. Yes or no? Did you sleep with Tay?
The night in question.
Can you?
She can't answer the question. That means it's not the first time she's done this. The way how she started, not even standing on what she's doing. If it's a one night, then she would have basically stand on this from before. The mere fact that she's not able to stand on this already tells me what's going on. Disingenuous. Can't stand on it.
Question?
see, Your Honor. See,
you're full of it.
I was under the influence. I
I didn't ask you that.
always the liquor with you.
I got this.
All right, that is our content. Okay. Under the influence. Is that a good enough excuse? Like to, sleep with your spouse's, best friend? The person you're about to marry. Remember, she's engaged. Is that a good reason to sleep with them? To say, hey, you know what? I was under the liquor. Blame it on the alcohol. Blame it on the alcohol. Is that a good reason to actually do that? I'm going to move to say this. I think that if I was in his shoes, I'm definitely leaving the friend as a friend. I'm definitely not befriending you again, because basically, you have also no boundaries when it comes to my life, and you've decided that, you want the things that I have. So I got to get you out of my way. That's one. And I would get her out going as well too. That's what I would have done. If I was in this kind of scenario and situation where he's at, I'm getting both of them out of there. I'm getting rid of both of them. I know sometimes we say as many, hey, dog, let me do this because, hey, let me show you that she's not a good girl. Now, if you were doing that to show me and you were telling me, that's different. But if that's not what you're doing and you're just going behind my back to sleep with her, nah. If you're trying to show me something and you said, hey, O'Neal, you know what? This girl is really, really wild. And you know what? I'm going to show you that she's really wild. I'm going to show you that she really wants what's going on. Tell you what, I'm going to test her. If that's what you're doing, don't worry. You've got my support. But if that's not what you're doing, no, I'm getting rid of you. But the girl, for sure, I'm definitely getting rid of her. But give me y'all's take. What do y'all think? What would y'all do? What would you do? You have a friend. He sleeps with your fiance. Who are you getting rid of? The fiance, the friend, or are you getting rid of both? And by the way, she lost this case. Give me a take, like, share, comment, subscribe. I'm going to talk to y'all soon.